Hello students, this is our 10th video in the International Relations UGC NET PYQ video series. In this video series, we will be covering all the PYQs asked by UGC NET from 2014 up till June 2025 for each topic. So this video will deal with all the contemporary challenges which are a part of the International Relations syllabus. The first question, which was asked in December 2018, was Common but differentiated responsibility principle on climate mitigation emerged from which of the following protocols? तो ये आपने पढ़ा होगा CBDR. This is a very simple topic. This came into being under the Rio Earth Summit, ठीक है, of 1992. So according to the CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility, there are two aspects to the climate mitigation responsibility. तो फर्स्ट एस्पेक्ट क्या है, कॉमन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहेगी सबकी, और सेकेंड रहेगा डिफरेंशिएटेड. कॉमन रहेगा कि all the nations have to make all the nations have to take steps to mitigate climate change, ठीक है. एंड डिफरेंशिएटेड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये है कि द डेवलप्ड नेशंस will have greater obligations as well as legally binding obligations also, because they are the ones who have caused the most amount of climate change. Because वहाँ पे इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन और इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज़ में ही हुआ था, डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड में ही हुआ था मेन. तो उन्होंने दे स्पेंट अ लार्ज पोर्शन ऑफ देयर टाइम इन डेवलपमेंट, ठीक है. एंड during that process they had exploited the environment quite a bit. So that is why they generally under the CBDR principle they would have greater obligation as well as कोई प्रोटोकॉल्स में तो उनको उनके ऊपर लीगली बाइंडिंग प्रिंसिपल्स भी लगाए हुए हैं, जैसे कयोटो प्रोटोकॉल में दे हैव टू द emission reduction targets are legally binding, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस द आंसर इज सेकेंड ऑप्शन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दिसंबर 2019 का है. विच इंटरनेशनल अग्रीमेंट गेव फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम legally binding targets on reducing greenhouse gas emissions to the countries? So I just told you about that. Kyoto Protocol is the correct answer for this, ठीक है. So all the developed countries they were to have legally binding targets, ठीक है, under the CBTR principle. Next, which countries refused to accept legally binding emission cuts following the Kyoto Protocol? So the correct answer for this will be India and China, both, because legally binding emissions only developed countries with her. And if we go by the definition, then both India and China were still developing countries, ठीक है. तो CBDR does not apply to developing countries. So the correct answer is India and China. Next question, October 2020 का है. The Paris Agreement came into force from which of the following dates? So the answer for this is 12th December 2016, ठीक है. So I'll just tell you about this. जो Paris Agreement है, it was adopted in December 2015. However, it came into force. Entry into force happened in December 2016. Next question, June 2019 का है. Which of the following was not a part of the Millennium Development Goals approved by UNGA in 2000? So the first one is eradicating extreme poverty and hunger. This is a part of the Millennium Development Goals, ठीक है. हमें नॉट पूछा है ना, नॉट अ पार्ट बताना है, तो सेकेंड, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन है अचीविंग यूनिवर्सल प्राइमरी एजुकेशन. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ मिलेनियम डेवलपमेंट गोल. नेक्स्ट, शेयरिंग 2% of the GDP by rich countries for developmental aid. So this is not a millennium डेवलपमेंट गोल. ये उन लोगों का प्रपोजल था बट दिस वॉज नॉट एक्सेप्टेड and therefore it did not become a goal. So the answer for this will be the third option. Last here, ensuring environmental sustainability. This is also a part of the MDGs. Okay, so the correct answer is the third option. Next question. This was asked in 2023. This is a match the following question. We have to match the SDG goal numbers with their respective goals. So the first one is SDG number 5. So that belongs to gender equality. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है SDG 7. तो वो है अफोर्डेबल एंड क्लीन एनर्जी पे. फिर SDG 10 दैट इज अपॉन रिड्यूस इनइक्वालिटीज. एंड लास्ट वन SDG 15 वो है लाइफ ऑन लैंड. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू लर्न ऑल द 17 SDGs. ठीक है, सिंस दिस इज often repeated, this type of a question is often repeated in the examination. तो ये सारे करके जाइएगा. Next, consider the following regarding generations of human rights. Again 23 का ही question है. So I'll just tell you about the 3 generations of human rights. ठीक है, so जो first generation है, it was related to liberty. So it basically aimed at ensuring civil and political liberty for all. ठीक है. So example of this will be right to vote, etc. Second generation is regarding equality. So it was aimed at ensuring economic, social and cultural rights or equality for everyone. So an example of this could be right to education. The third one was related to fraternity. So this was primarily aimed at ensuring solidarity between different communities and different people. Okay, so right to a clean environment is an example of this. So according to this, the correct answer for the above question will be A, D and E. These 3 options will be correct. Okay. Next है, happiness index is the creation of which one of the following countries? This was asked in June 2019 and this is a simple question. भूटान का है ये happiness index. ठीक है, हमारा नेबर ही है. So जो भूटान होता है, they focus primarily upon holistic development rather than purely economic development. उसकी जगह they focus upon holistic development. Next, you have to arrange the following humanitarian interventions in their order of occurrence. So I'll just tell you the timelines. ठीक है, 1991 में हुआ था ऑपरेशन प्रोवाइड कंफर्ट. दिस टुक प्लेस इन नॉर्दर्न इराक. The second one, Operation Restore Hope, took place in Somalia in 1992. Operation Turquoise took place in Rwanda in 1994. और उसके बाद में Operation Allied Force took place in Kosovo और Yugoslavia in 1999. ठीक है, so the correct answer for this will be, अगर इनको क्रोनोलॉजिकली लगाएं तो A, D, B और C उसमें आ जाएगा. ठीक है, ये क्रोनोलॉजी रहेगी. Next question was asked in 2025. Arrange the following terrorist attacks in chronological order. ठीक है, so the first option is, अच्छा, so I'll just tell you the timeline, overall timeline. एयर इंडिया फ्लाइट 182 का बॉम्बिंग हुआ था 1985 में. ठीक है, उसके बाद 1995 में टोक्यो सबवे सारन अटैक हुआ था. देन 2001 में इंडियन पार्लियामेंट अटैक. देन आफ्टर दैट 2002 में मॉस्को थिएटर होस्टेज क्राइसिस हुआ था. एंड लास्ट वन 2014 में कैंप स्पाइचर मैसाकर हुआ था. ठीक है, so that is all for this video. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel if you found this video helpful. You can also follow our Telegram channel for any updates. Please comment on our videos for any content suggestions which you may have. Thank you.